Good evening. My name is Dulce Otero, and I am with the leadership team here with Volkswagen. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will try to make this brief. So, this evening I'll be going over the organizational design structure and change. So, this company was founded on May 28th, 1937 in Berlin, Germany. Its main plant was in Wolfsburg, Germany, and Volkswagen became a rising company due to becoming a joint stock corporation in 1960. And the innovation of flexible manufacturing systems made an appearance in the 1970s, which led to the birth of a new generation of vehicles such as the Passat, Golf, and Polo model vehicles. The company has since grown and now has a total of 136 production plants and has a little over 670,000 employees. So the Fortune 500 companies follow 8 key attributes, which can be found on the Fortune 500 website. They consist of quality of management and leadership, quality of products and services, innovativeness, community responsibility, the wise use of corporate assets, a company's effectiveness in running a global business, its value as a long-term investment, the soundness of financial position, and the ability to attract and retain talent. So these attributes can be found again on the Fortune 500 website, and they are important because these companies are rated by over 4,000 analysts who know the ins and outs of what it takes to be a Fortune 500 company. Key So some underperforming dimensions that we experienced is the value and long-term investment. So there was an emission scandal which created much chaos for the company, and we are possibly seeing the effects of the scandal in our numbers for electric vehicle purchases. The goal has not been reached. Our goal has not been reached. And comparing to our competitor Tesla, we did not meet our goal halfway. We need to continue to push through as we would like for our sales to be at least halfway, or we would like for our sales to be half of electrical vehicle sales by the time we reach the year 2030. And this is important because we are trying to lessen the carbon footprint and also remain relevant. As we all know, electric vehicles are the future. So Volkswagen was in the hot seat due to that low emission scandal for diesel vehicles, and the company has created a program to override the emission system to show that the vehicle was saving energy when in fact that it was the opposite. It looks fraudulent against the company, as we should have been more forthcoming. And now with the company wanting to get into the electric vehicle sales, the sales have been much slower compared to Tesla. So to give some specific numbers, we were able to deliver 450,000 vehicles compared to electrical vehicles compared to Tesla, who delivered 936,172 vehicles. So those were the consequences that we noticed. So our revenue and profit margin increased, but at a much slower rate. And the organizational structure and design and culture. So the current organizational structure within our company is internal. So this organization has split the departments to better share their responsibilities. We have what's called Volkswagen AG Board. Volkswagen AG Board of Management. and they have the sole responsibility for managing the company, while the supervisory board appoints, monitors, and advises the board of management. This board will be consulted directly on decisions that are of fundamental significance for the company, and we have a wide range of departments. For example, the automotive division, which comprises the passenger cars, commercial vehicles, and power engineering business areas. And the passenger car business area consolidates the passenger brand and commercial vehicles. The power engineering business area combines the large bore diesel engines, the turbo machinery, special gear units, and propulsion component businesses. The financial service division focuses on dealer and customer financing, vehicle leasing, direct banking and insurance activities, fleet management, and mobility offerings. So the structure design doesn't necessarily need to be changed due to the many departments within the company and each department having its umbrella management and leadership team. And we believe in long-term partnership and sustainable collaborations with artists, cultural visionaries, and internationally leading institutes to reach a larger audience and encourage creative work and ideas. And we also support the cultural education programs, enabling people to understand the power of art and inspiring to act creatively. So for conscious capitalism, we want to remember what we stand for. What is our vision? We want to remember that who are our stakeholders and how can we ensure that we are creating valuable relationships with them. We want to ensure we have a strong leadership team to actively teach conscious culture in the workplace. So we want to remember our roots and what our goals are. So our improvement plan would be utilizing the 8-step process for leading change. So step 1 is creating a sense of urgency. So we would create the urgency of how misleading the company looks now after the emission scandal, which could be the reason for the lower sales in electrical vehicles that we are noticing. Is it true to say that the customers have lost their faith in the company and would rather not make a costly purchase with us because we've deceived them in the past? Step 2, we would build a guiding coalition. So I would ensure that there's an effective team in place to make accurate changes in a timely manner. Step 3 would be a strategic vision and initiatives. So this coalition team would be able to ensure positive change from the past that will increase customer experiences and expectations aligning with the company visions. Step 4 would be to enlist a volunteer army. So this team would work together to make needed changes to to this team would work together to make needed changes such as vehicle testing, additional programs, uh, schematics, and or any other required changes to have effective positive changes. More of a trial and error till the perfect outcome is reached. Step 5, we would remove any barriers, so empowering others to act on the vision, align with the vision. The change coalition team needs to remove any blocks or barriers. So I would ensure that the right people are in the correct team to achieve success and ensure that we have one vision. Step 6, I would create quick wins. So the overall goal would be broken down into phases to have positive change and encourage constant outcome. Testing and retesting the programs, monitoring closely for inactivity to catch opportunities of change immediately. It could have been in the past that we were monitoring and we saw some fluctuation, but instead of us doing a test and retest, we just looked it over and said, "Oh, it'll get better." And that's what we want to change going forward. So step 7 would be to sustain acceleration. So continuously repeating steps 1 through 6 to ensure that we all remain focused and encouraged. Step 8, we want to institute change. So we want to embed the change into the everyday work activity. So we want to make it more of a routine. So some potential challenges that I can foresee are having some unmotivated or the method of change. And so attempting one method at a time and trial and error. So with that, I mean having a bunch of ideas from many members of the team and the communication gets clogged in the sense of one numerous employees wanting their ideas to be effective. And with that, I say we do trial and error. Maybe one person's method of doing things is um, not the perfect way, but we'll go ahead and try it, see what works, and we'll go ahead and tweak it from there. Another challenge is loss of vision. So it's important for us to have strong leadership and productive people on the team to ensure success. So some lessons learned are transparency, integrity, and honesty. So we've learned the importance of being transparent with all stakeholders, having integrity to prevent a product from going out onto the market when it is incomplete and could possibly defraud customers. And lastly, being honest to admit to our errors and faults and come up with a plan to correct errors in the future. And having an effective leadership team who hold the company's values strongly and encourage others to do the same, while we encourage a positive, conscious culture and improve the company's integrity. And thank you for joining me again. If you have any questions, I'll go ahead and take them now. Thank you.